He was like, I'm not showing my tax.
Well, you're not going to get the apartment.
Right. Well, yes. And I was like,
because in New York City, if you don't hop on it immediately, it's gone. This is the After Party Podcast. Let's just continue the party into the podcast.
Okay.
We got a room full here. Gandhi and Scary and producer Sam and Danielle.
Hello.
And I'm trying to remember everyone's names. Scotty B is here.
Hi.
And, of course, Straight Nate. And intern Leilani is here.
Yay.
Leilani.
Hello, darling.
So intern Leilani is doing that New York City thing, looking for an apartment.
Oh,
yay.
Yay.
God bless.
It's
God
rough.
bless.
You know, look, apartments are expensive everywhere in this fine nation of ours. But if you're looking for an apartment in New York City, it's a screw. It's a butt fuck. Can we take that out? It's awful. I mean, they have fees and there's extra deposits you have to pay. It's a lot of money. So how is your apartment hunt going?
Well, it's been about a month and a half. I started early March, and I was like, I'm going to get something by April 1st. My criteria, I feel like, is not that hard, but apparently...
What's your criteria?
Okay, so it's me and my girlfriend, 1 bedroom, somewhere near 2,000 to 2,500.
You're going to be living in the Bronx.
No, hold on.
Hey, you're not even going to be living in the Bronx.
Hold on. Okay, so 1 bedroom.
Yeah.
But what neighborhood? Because that makes a big difference.
Well, I like she's in Ditmas Park right now, so I like that area. Prospect Lefferts Garden, somewhere Parkside maybe,
right.
facing the park.
Yeah, okay.
At a park.
Facing the park, really?
And 2 more thousand for the park.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're looking to pay $2,000 to $2,500 a month in New York City.
Near the park.
You
Okay.
know what that's going to be infested with if you pay that little...
Oh yes.
7 other roommates. That's the only way to do it.
Okay, so you've been looking around. So did you find anything that was $2,000 or $2,500 a month?
Well, okay. I found a lot, and we applied for a lot, but we've had some issues with our guarantors. At first, I asked my grandpa, and then he was like, I'm only going to say yes if you get that guy to call me and explain everything to me, what I need to send. And then I'm not going to send it. I'm going to talk to my accountant, who is then going to only send 2 of the things. He was like, I'm not showing my tax.
Well, you're not going to get the apartment.
Yeah.
Well, yes. And I was like,
Because in New York City, if you don't hop on it immediately, it's gone.
and I was
You
like,
don't even have time to think. You just have to do it right there.
yeah.
Bam.
I asked a broker once, I was like, would you be willing to call my grandpa? I can call him right now. And the guy went, no.
No.
And I had to walk out.
Okay, so so you did find an apartment for $2,500 a month?
It was $2,000 a month.
Okay.
It was off of Parkside Ave, the BQ stop.
Okay, so we got a
And-
train there. That's good.
Yeah, and we put the deposit down, and then
Okay, so this is where it adds up. So it's you said $25 a month. Deposit was how much?
the deposit was $2,000, and then the broker fee was $3,500.
Yep.
Wow.
I thought they were doing away with those.
No,
No, that starts in May.
The GOAT broker fee.
Yeah.
Okay.
What happens?
So this is what you have to lay out immediately. Well, so did you do it?
So we put the first deposit down just to take it off of like Street Easy and stuff. And then they waited a week to tell us, we don't trust you guys because you're in college still. So we're not going to give it to you.
Well, I think when you tell the broker to talk to your grandpa,
That'll do
it probably some alarms go off.
Well, yeah.
All
I
right,
mean,
so
even outside of her situation, being a broke college student, no offense.
No, I
It's-
work here.
Yeah.
Lofty goals, though. She wants to live near a park.
Yeah, but for anybody in New York City to get an apartment, good luck.
Oh, yeah.
That's why they have these broker fees, right? And it's usually, I think they calculate at 10 or 20% of the yearly
15
rent.
of the yearly right now.
it's
Yeah.
a lot of
And
money.
It's, and it's
Crazy.
really
Well,
honestly
yes.
up to the brokers sometimes, and based on how many people are looking at it, that's basically what determines it, is who gets that money in there first.
as you listen to this and you're maybe having dreams about moving to New York City,
Yeah.
because they say everyone should live here at least for 1 year out of their life. And
That's
then
what you say.
Yeah, then you can go back to wherever you want to live. But this is just one of the many things you got to remember. And living in the city, not only is it very expensive, it's a pain in the ass to live here. You have to get around. You have to hope no one slashes your face on the
Oh my
train.
gosh.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So now you're looking for an apartment again.
Back on the websites and running around. If anyone has any leads, I'll take them.
I have something that I'll share it with you because I have to double check that they're still up and running. But there was a guy that I met when I first moved here, and he worked for a company that found apartments in New York City and didn't charge you a broker fee. All they wanted you to do was post on Instagram about them. And he took me to a bunch of different places. And I ended up living in Jersey City instead, but it might help you.
Is that real?
That's pretty
Yes.
cool.
I used him.
Does she
look at
have
all
to
this stuff.
sleep with him first?
Yes, that was also part of it. You have to sleep with him.
Yeah,
Check.
post on Instagram, sleep with him, you know.
I hate to pull out this card, but
Uh-oh.
should maybe you tell them about your affiliation with the Elvis Duran morning
Oh,
show?
here we
I think that could get you a
Don't
little further
do
along.
that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Well, you best believe I declare this as my source of income. Has yet to help.
Oh, you put it on there, Elvis
Yeah, I'm
Duran
like,
show?
like
Oh.
I put it like, here's my pay slips. I work at the Elvis Duran in the morning show. Doesn't help.
See, that's embarrassing. This is why I don't want people to do that. because when you play the Elvis Duran Morning Show employee card and they say, no, thank you.
Right, don't do it.
That's like so degrading.
So what I will say is this, because we had this conversation years ago when I first moved to New York City. Are you willing to make some concessions in the apartment so that you could get a cheaper price? Because I got a 6th floor walk up, which was, I believe, $300 cheaper than something on a lower floor because nobody wanted to walk up 6 flights of stairs every day.
See, I've got plenty of concessions. I don't need laundry. I don't need. I just need one window at least. I don't need
You're
windows
asking for a lot.
everywhere.
You're asking for a lot. The company's called Lofty.
Lofty.
Yes, try
Oh,
Lofty because he was awesome.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know. Yeah, I'm making concessions left and right. I'll have a pet rat. I'll do
What
it.
about the park?
You're gonna have a pet rat whether
Do
you want
have
it or
to live near
not.
a park?
Yeah.
It's not even necessarily. It's the train line. I need to be near a train.
Oh, I
Yeah.
got an idea. Elvis, don't you have an extra room in your apartment?
No, I don't. No,
Don't
I
you
don't.
have an extra room in yours?
Yeah.
No, I have one room.
Yeah, moving with Nate. So I remember when I first moved to New York City, I got a place in the Village on Thompson Street. I mean, you're
Inaccessible
you're in the
now.
middle of the Village, right? Greenwich Village, New York City is where I was. And that was a microscopic dot of an apartment. It was built it was post-war, meaning the walls were so thin you could hear the heartbeat of the neighbor.
Wow.
And I got a note under my door once from the lady that lived downstairs. She said, "Please don't walk across your floor after 10 p.m." because it makes so much noise. I'm trying to sleep.
don't
So
walk.
I sent a note back saying, "Well, unless you can gift me with a magic carpet to get across my apartment
Yeah.
to go to the bathroom, it ain't happening." New York City, it's tough to live here. It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be expensive. It's supposed to be a pain in the ass. But that's why you do it, to toughen you up. Figure it out.
You can do it.
Tough love.
I remember one apartment I looked at. I walked in. The guy that had lived there previously was still moving his stuff out. But I'm standing there with the broker and talking to the broker. And I asked, "Do you mind if I talk to the guy that's moving out?" And he kind of just rolls his eyes and he says, "Go ahead." So I said, "Hey, any problems with living here?" And he goes, "Well, there's a huge water bug problem, which are those big cockroaches, the
Yes.
palmetto
Water
bugs."
bugs. That's a cute name.
And as soon as he said that, done.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
out.
out.
Not to
Yikes.
dash your hopes and dreams, but for $2,000 for the two of you,
I'll take the water bugs.
how
I'll
about
live.
how about something like Staten Island? You could probably get something good in Staten Island for that.
I get seasick. I can't take boats.
Seasick.
Sick.
You can drive. Do we have a car? You don't have a car?
I can't afford a car.
Oh, she doesn't have a car.
Okay, so no.
She doesn't have a car.
Well,
She's seasick.
again, if you want to move to New York City, just take note.
All right. Have you thought about Newark?
Newark.
Yeah. You can take like a bus or a train into the city.
Yeah,
all the
I'll
time.
fly into JFK every morning.
I
Yeah.
found an apartment near a park, a trailer park.
There you have it.
This is so mean.
There are some fancy trailers, man. I don't know.
Right next to the park, the parking garage. Well, good luck, Leilani.
Thank you.
We're all
Thank
rooting
you.
for you.